Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Byte.
Your go-to source for all things nerdy.
In bite-sized form.
I'm Jameson Borak.
I'm Marianne Mason.
And I'm Walker Dessing.
And we'd like to now take this time to announce that Walker over here is our official third host. So get used to seeing these three faces every week.
Yeah, we're a brand new family. Speaking of which, we've also moved in to a brand new house.
Exactly.
Can you see it behind me? It's beautiful.
Marianne actually did the Gunther over there herself.
It's Gunther,
Okay,
not Gunther.
Okay.
Know the difference.
So I
but
apologize.
Yes.
So new season, new look, new content. Today we're going to be talking about things that we've been watching and catching up on since our last episode. It's been some time.
Absolutely.
And,
How about you start?
Okay. I spent a lot of my break catching up on Showtime's Homeland. So
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have seen it yet.
I've not.
No.
Please tell us about it.
Well, clearly, this is like the new big drama that everyone's been talking about. It sweeped everything at the Emmys, and people just seem to be obsessed with it. So decided I'd give myself a try with it, and I really enjoyed it. But I have to say, it is nowhere near as good as like Mad Men or Breaking Bad. Like, to think that it beat either of those shows at the Emmys is not the Emmys matter, but it's like absurd.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. The acting is really good, but sometimes the writing isn't always the best. There's definitely scenes where it really excels, but other times it just kind of feels like second tier great television. Like there's the Mad Men and the Breaking Bad, and then there's shows that are really good but just aren't up there.
But it's just not quite like.
But I really enjoyed it, and it's a lot of fun, and I recommend watching it. But it's no Mad Men.
Oh well. Is there anything else that you were up to over break? Homeland?
Yeah. So Cougar Town.
Cougar Town.
For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge
Jameson's
Cougar Town fan.
favorite show.
It's one of my favorites, definitely. It came back to TBS. It is a great show. It's not about cougars.
Okay.
I'm not even going into that right now.
Okay.
It's not about cougars. It's just adult friendship. Okay. It's essentially if you took Friends and Scrubs and mixed the two together, is what it is.
Are they doctors?
They're not doctors, but it's
Then how is it
it's
Scrubs?
from Bill Lawrence, the guy who did Scrubs. It's very much that goofy kind of comedy, the kind of wacky but mixed with serious relationships.
And
but
apparently you saw it over break and it was good. And
it came to TBS, and so you sometimes with switching has a new showrunner involved in it, and the new network, you think like shows kind of would change quality. I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point, but Community changing its showrunners, and it doesn't feel like the same show. But with Cougar Town, it still feels like the same thing. It's still great to be back at the cul-de-sac.
Good to know.
And I recommend if you haven't seen it.
Okay, cool. I also watched a lot of TV over break.
What'd you watch?
The Doctor Who Christmas special was
Doctor Who Christmas
in our
special.
hiatus, which I don't know how you feel. You're not a Doctor Who person.
You know, you gotta convert me
So
sometime.
I'm gonna make you do it. I'm gonna
No,
make you.
you've been trying.
So yeah, the new companion is now Clara or Oswin or whatever you decide to call it. Spoilers, by the way. So she kind of seems to me like a combination of all of the past companions of like the modern Doctor Who. Like she's kind of, like very independent woman, like I can do whatever I want, very similar to like Donna Noble and Martha Jones and everything, but she's also very like clearly romantically involved, like or attached, and like has this romantic interest with the Doctor, which is very Rose. But then she's also like Rory, in which she apparently dies every week.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about that. I think that's a good setup. Even though there is some rehash in it, I think they're setting up a really epic story where like we got all of the Amy story in the first episode, the girl who waited, and I think the idea that we're spending the rest of the season kind of finding out who Oswin, who Clara is, and figuring out her whole mystery and story. I think that's a really great way to propel the season. I think the girl who died twice is going to be a worthy successor to the girl who waited.
I think it's going to be died 3 times and then 4 times and then 5 times, but we'll see.
See, over break, I watched some TV, of course, but I had one major shift to the way I do things. I switched from iOS to Android, and I'm not regretting it one bit.
Really?
No, I got the Droid Razr Max HD. This phone is absolutely incredible. It's running on Jelly Bean. It's so fast. It's got a battery life that's like 3 times out of my iPhone.
It runs on Jelly Beans?
Jelly Beans. Yeah, Jelly Belly.
Awesome!
This is the greatest phone I have like ever had in my life, and I'm
What's so
not
great
regretting it
about
at all.
I'm just wondering because I have no idea.
Am I hearing a little bit of dissent from
I'm
the
just
iPhone
wondering
party?
because over break I had an Android and I switched to my TARDIS covered iPhone 5 and I love it a lot. And it's the best thing that I've ever done.
Also over break, I got into some old Adult Swim shows, and in addition to your classics like home movies and stuff,
Great show.
Oh, one of my favorite shows ever. I got into this one little show called Saul of the Mole Men. Now, I'm going to just, like, This show
never heard of
is
this,
very strange.
actually.
One season was all it had, and for
When
some
was
reason this was I think in 2009 or so.
Okay.
Incredible show, weird, but the way it works as an Adult Swim show, it's not like a variety show. It's got a narrative, but it's got this cast of characters that's unlike any other show, and like for some reason I just got hooked on it immediately. Recommend anyone to watch it.
Oh, very cool. Besides all of the TV watching, I saw Django Unchained,
Django.
which was amazing. I'm a little disappointed that Leo DiCaprio did not get nominated
He was great.
for
in
an
it.
Oscar.
My gosh. You know about like the
Because-
scene with that where
Oh
he
yeah,
actually cut
no.
the blood.
At the very end, when
Yeah.
he gets cut, it was not scripted. He's not supposed to have blood on his hand, and he is really not supposed to wipe it on her face.
Yeah,
That
that's
reaction-
But he did,
incredible.
and everyone, you
Incredible.
can really tell, and you can tell. Like I noticed all of the actors' faces when that happened, and they weren't sure what to do, and so like you can see little like darting eye movements and like little snip. If you look closely, you can see it, and it's really fantastic. But
That's awesome.
all of the actors, there was not
So
a
good.
weak link at
Christoph
all.
Waltz, incredible.
Yeah. So
Really
Django
good.
Unchained, amazing movie.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yes.
Go do it right now and then come back
Seriously.
and watch more Byte.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, I think that's what we all did over break. But why don't we switch gears and end like we always do with some news. So let's start off with Chris Pratt from Parks and Recreation has been announced as the lead of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
He'll be playing Star-Lord. So he is a weird choice to be choosing for this.
I feel like I only know him really as from Parks and Rec, and I have just seen like vague pictures of like him around the set for Zero's Dark 30, and like everyone's like freaking out because he like lost all this weight and got really jacked.
Well,
and,
he
like,
actually is like normally in real life he's really ripped, and then
Yeah.
for Parks and Recreation
He, like, adds
gains
the weight.
Yeah.
So like all I really know is that he's goofy and that he can get.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Worked out,
I've
I
only
don't know.
seen him in comedic roles, but apparently he can do serious stuff really well.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it, and I mean it's going to be a comedy too with Guardians of the Galaxy, so it's going to be a weird choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
Right.
excited about it.
And another story is J.J. Abrams is doing Valve films.
On
Now,
top of Star Wars.
On top of Star Wars,
Well,
on
we'll
top
talk
of
about
Star
that later.
Trek. I mean, I think he's in charge of a few too many fandoms here, but like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to some lens flares in Half-Life.
Yeah.
That's cool. A Portal movie that definitely
Like-
has lots of potential.
Yeah. Portal 2 as well.
Yeah. So also in movie news, Tomorrowland, Brad Bird's newest film, written by Damon Lindelof. The rumored plot has just come out, and it's kind of insane.
Rumored plot.
In the 1950s, Walt Disney was in talks with the U.S. Army to make a TV special that would essentially announce that UFOs are real. And it was like seen as like the only way to tell the mass public that UFOs have been visiting us for ages.
I mean, Walt
without
Disney
causing
was
mass
already
hysteria.
working with the U.S. Army in the 50s. They like did
Yeah.
a lot of propaganda with them, and they did a lot of like the actual badges and patches on different like Army uniforms and stuff were all designed by Disney.
Yep, as
So
well as
like
a lot of
it's
airplanes.
possible. It's totally possible.
Yeah,
that
it's
that
crazy
happened,
that
but-
Disney's doing a movie about this.
Yeah.
And if so, like, sign me up. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it could be really cool. Also, Duncan Jones is the director that has just been announced for the World of Warcraft movie or Warcraft movie. We're not really sure whether they're going to specifically focus on like one storyline of Warcraft or if it's going to be a World of Warcraft plotline. Blizzard has, taken a step further into procuring a director since the last one dropped for Oz.
Yeah, Sam Raimi was
Sam
attached
Raimi.
for it for a really long time, and he was on Oz, and he was still like set to do World of Warcraft, but it was just a really long time since we've heard it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this is the big shot in the arm that's really getting the production going again.
So they've got Duncan Jones, who directed Moon and a couple other things.
Yeah.
I am still hesitant about whether or not this is actually going to happen. I think it may kind of be a Bioshock and just totally fail, but we'll see.
Yeah, who knows? All right, well, I think that's all the time we have for news today, but thanks for watching, guys, and tune in next time.
Yum.